I've read the police reports and feel ashamed, embarrassed, and hurt because that's not the person I am.
Get me out of here, man! Get the fuck out of here! No, man, get me out of here! Get me out of here, man! What the fuck you mean, nigga? Get me the fuck out of here!
First and foremost, I'd like to apologize to the courts for appearing before. I'm not going to use alcohol or drugs as an excuse.
Courtrooms are full of fake apologies and bad acting, but this guy took it to a whole new level. He wasn't just caught grooming a young girl, he came in acting like he was the victim. The judge let him talk for a bit, and soon his story fell apart. Instead of guilt, he showed pure frustration. Watching him twist the truth while reality keeps exposing him is hard to believe. So here's the question. Is he breaking down from guilt, or just mad that his lies stopped working? Let's find out.
Alcohol was the main factor in this case, but I take full responsibility for my actions because I chose to make the irresponsible decision consuming too much alcohol than I could handle, causing poor, regretful choices leading to my incarceration. I've read the police reports and feel ashamed, embarrassed, and hurt because that's not the person I am. And I wouldn't be standing here today if I would have just been more responsible. I have 4 younger children that I've let down because of being locked away from them, missing out on watching them grow, having to deal with that as a heartache alone. The only thing I can do now is work on myself while incarcerated, take advantage of all programs they offer, and become a better man and a better father, and not give up doing so. I have to make this my last time in jail, and I plan to. I'm sincerely remorseful to my victim in this case, letting her down when I was supposed to be a father figure in her life. I beat myself up over this every day. Over this, wishing I could take it all back. I just hope she can grow up in life and leave this in the past, and that it doesn't affect her future. Again, I'm sorry to everyone I caused pain to in this case.
Thank you. Why did you call her after you were in jail?
Because I was told by the detective I was allowed to.
You can see he's trying to sound sad and helpless, but it's all an act. He's not being honest. He's just begging for mercy. Judges hear the same excuses all the time, and blaming alcohol doesn't fool anyone. What really ruins him is pretending to be a father figure, which makes things look even worse, not like a mistake, but something predatory. At this point, the only thing he's proving is that he's gotten better at pretending since he was arrested.
We talked about counseling, going to counseling and stuff, because that was something that they was talking about making them do. And something she said she didn't want to do.
Well, trying to, whether directly contacting her or contacting her through your wife, was wholly inappropriate. And it was further evidence of you trying to take advantage of her at that young age, like you did when this happened.
Now she asked the detective if she could have contact with me when this case was all started. And then when I went to my preliminary hearing on February 11th, I asked the detective and he told me the same thing.
All right. Well, you're experienced enough in the system to have the wisdom that you shouldn't have been contacting her. Okay. In talking to her, having about anything having to do with this case. So you've in your statement you say you apologize to her, but then in the pre-sentence report you talk about how you don't believe you did everything you're accused of doing and wanted to take this to trial. What's that all about?
I don't remember exactly what I said, Your Honor, but what I was saying was I don't have recollection of what happened the night of, so I wasn't admitting to, I don't know what happened.
So did you or didn't you do this stuff?
Yes.
Okay. And I gotta tell you, it doesn't.
What he's doing isn't showing regret, it's just a performance. Every line he says is carefully worded to sound sorry without actually admitting anything. Judges can see right through that. They'd rather hear the raw truth than a fake speech. And when it sounds rehearsed, the punishment usually gets harsher, not lighter.
Much worse than this kind of stuff.
I understand.
And I would note in the record that in 2009 or 2010, you were sentenced to prison on a burglary, released on judicial release, and then returned to prison after a violation of the judicial release. And you were released January 7th of 13. You went back to prison on another case on May 1st of 13 and got out in August. Went to prison on an attempted burglary, trespass in a habitation, breaking and entering, June 23 of 16 through August 5 of 18. A whole bunch of theft offenses between that last prison sentence and where you are today. So you've had a lifetime of criminal activity, but none worse than what has occurred here. So I've reviewed the pre-sentence report and a victim impact statement. I've considered what you have said, what counsel has said, and I've also considered that they've made a joint recommendation of 96 months in prison. And so on count, and I've considered all the provisions in 29, 29, 11, 29, 29, 12, 13, and 14. In consideration of all that, on count 5, I'm going to sentence you to a term of 60 months. On count 6, I'm going to sentence you to a term of 60 months that will be consecutive to one another, with credit for 143 days. And consecutive sentences are necessary to protect the public from future crime by you and for appropriate punishment.
Sit down. Get out, man. Come on, man.
Sit
What the fuck
down.
you mean, man?
Stay down.
No, man. Get me the fuck out of here, man.
Judge.
Come on.
And-
You took my plea back, man. Get me the fuck out of here, man. Get me out of here. Get me out of here, man.
Sit down.
Get me out of here, man.
Almost done, Judge.
Get me the fuck out of here.
And they
No, man. Get me out of here. Get me
consecutive,
out of here, man. What the fuck you mean, nigga? Get me the fuck out of here. Man, get me the fuck out of here, man.
Let me get my leg. Let me
Get me out of here, man.
just take him into the chair.
Okay, we're in this chair.
All right.
Give me the warrant.
Put me on your visiting list
Alright.
for jail and for.
All right, man. Stop touching me, man.
Well,
I'm not doing this, man.
In the end, this wasn't a surprise. It was the slow collapse of a fake story. Judges don't give lighter sentences just because someone cries in court. They look at a person's actions, history, and repeated patterns. And in this case, that pattern said everything. His fake apology didn't help, it only proved why he was there. It's messy, it's ugly, but it's real. Court isn't a stage. It's about accountability. So, what do you think? Was his sentence fair, or did he still get off easy? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.